Hey guys, Survival here. Welcome to 2020. We look forward to a wonderful year of highly informative and helpful content. And we're going to try and freshen the channel up a little bit. There will be a few changes to the channel. So we're going to take a bit more of an approach on shorter videos that focus on one specific bit of information or content. That way, it fits in with everyone's busy schedule much better, allowing you to be able to take in the content that Bushcraft and I produce, no matter your schedule. So, one thing that Bushcraft and I keep hearing time and time again is, what is citizenship insurance? Now, this was a topic that was briefly mentioned in our video from about 8 or 9 months ago, on how you should get started prepping. Basically, what citizenship insurance is it's like with any other type of insurance. It's a fail-safe. It's a redundancy. Now, everyone's born with at least one citizenship. However, it is usually possible to lawfully acquire citizenship to another country, which is known as dual nationality. Sometimes you may be born with multiple citizenships. There are some countries out there which simply require you to be born to a citizen of theirs and you become a citizen of that country, even if you've never been to that country. You're probably wondering, why do I want another citizenship? Well, there's many reasons. The first being, it opens up options for travel. Not all countries have visa-free access to other countries. There's a lot of variation. Some passports are stronger than others. Generally speaking, there are 3 tiers of passport: Tier A, Tier B, and Tier C. You want to at least have a Tier B passport, ideally a Tier A as well. Tier A and Tier B passports will generally give you access, at least for tourism, to most countries of the world without special visa requirements. However, there are some parts of the world which require visas regardless of what passport you're travelling on. The next main reason you'd want citizenship insurance in the form of a second passport is it opens up opportunities. The opportunity to work in other parts of the world. For example, if you have a passport from an EU country, if it's part of Schengen, you have the automatic right to work and live in any other Schengen zone country. So this gives you great mobility. If a job market's bad in one country, it could be better in another. It gives you the ability to move to a neighbouring country where that job is in demand. Further, having multiple citizenships gives you the benefit of, if you are prepared to pack up from one country completely, lawfully quit tax residency in one country and obtain tax residency in another, in a lot of cases you can actually end up lawfully paying less tax, because different countries around the world have different tax rates. But most importantly, the primary reason for citizenship insurance goes back to something my grandparents told me. That other passport gives you the ability to change country should the country that you've been living in most of your life change for the worse. Without having a second citizenship and a second passport, you end up in a situation where you can't change country, you can't move, you're stuck in the one spot. By having citizenship insurance, you have options, because you have at least one other country you can go to. Now, common questions I've heard about multiple citizenships are, why do I need it? Won't I just be let in? Immigrating to other countries is a very, very difficult process in a lot of cases. The only way you can be guaranteed entry to a country is to be a citizen of it. The other question I hear all the time is, but won't I have to live in that country if I just get its passport? That is a very common misconception. There are some countries in the world that do have requirements that you must live in the country for X period or you will no longer be a citizen. However, the majority of countries of the world that allow dual nationality do not require citizens to reside in that country in order to remain citizens. You will need to check with the countries that you're considering because your mileage may vary. Some countries do actually say if you live outside our country for X period, you will no longer be a citizen. The other thing to be careful of is there are some countries of the world which you may be able to get citizenship to, but they don't necessarily recognise or allow dual nationality. If you are going to look at the option of citizenship insurance, check first that the country you're currently a citizen of and the country you're looking at becoming a citizen of or formally claiming citizenship if you're entitled to it, both allow dual nationality. Like with prepping, like with house insurance, car insurance, life insurance, this is simply another form of insurance. It is another prep. It's a prep that is highly overlooked by a lot of people. So it is highly recommended that you have a look at your ancestry. Is it possible for you to gain citizenship simply by the fact that your parents were a citizen of another country as well? Where possible, get citizenship insurance. Where possible, get that second passport. The concept of citizenship insurance, it's not a new one. It's been going around since the early 1900s. Having that fail-safe, that fallback. The one last bit of advice that I would like to give you is, generally speaking, 3 passports are ideal. However, most people are able to get a second. 3 passports, generally speaking, will open up most of the world, if not the entire world, to you. However, 2 passports, especially if one is a European Union passport, will open up a very, very large chunk of the world to you. So once again, I'd just like to welcome everyone back to 2020. Thank you for staying with us. We look forward to a great and wonderful year. If you have any comments or questions, leave a comment down below. Please remember to like and subscribe. And as always, stay safe in the bush.